We're live. Week 29. We're here.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. It is too.
Good morning to those down on Australia.
Yeah, New Zealand.
Yep.
Yep.
We have Australian viewers, which is awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
We appreciate it. And it was funny because we actually saw, Nicki saw in a Facebook group, I think. She saw one of our Australian friends talking about one of our Australian friends.
No, it wasn't. It was one of our Australian friends sending a link to what John had put up on the Brisbane Bitcoin community group.
Awesome.
And she's in England, and she saw it.
Okay. Yes. All right. So it's very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us again. And another week has gone by really quickly. You probably know the drill, but please join our newsletter. I am ahead of the game at the moment, and I have our next newsletter going live. It has the date and sign-up form for this week's meetup at Bitcoin Beach in El Zonte. You also go in the draw to win a call with Nicki and I by being on our newsletter.
Absolutely. And tomorrow's the end of the month, so we will be doing a draw. It won't be tomorrow, but most probably on Wednesday. So for that prize.
Yep, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on the email for that, because that'll be a separate email.
Yes.
And there was one other thing that I'd gone and put in our notes at the bottom. Oh, sats. Okay, so our donations to our Lightning wallet that's just here and down in the description. We didn't get anything this week, but we started 2 Geyser campaigns, which are Bitcoin-only crowdfunding campaigns, and we had some super generous donations in there. And shout out to Jeremy from Escape to El Salvador, because he donated to both of our campaigns that were in there very generously, 111,111 sats. So a shout out to Jeremy, because if you want to move to El Salvador, he actually does visas. Please tell him that Nicki and James sent you if you do go and talk to Jeremy about visas. He has a very high-end service where he will take care of all the really weird issues that people have.
Yeah, it's definitely a white glove service. It's really good. Yeah, Jeremy's lovely.
And he knows all sorts of weird things, though. So, for example, this week, I actually saw him post a tweet about 1 BTC, so around $25,000 at the moment, and you can basically get residency in all of South America below Colombia, and I think it was Mexico as well, which, that's crazy.
It's really good.
Yeah, $25,000 for most of South and Central America. That was nuts.
And that was permanent residency.
Yeah, it was within 3 years you could have permanent residency in basically most of Latin America. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, really cool.
So thank you, Jeremy, for that. And just on the Geyser thing, one is a general campaign just to support us generally, and the other one is actually to buy a couple of monitors, because we're going to upgrade our laptop. We're in the process of fixing a laptop.
Yes.
And we thought it would be awesome to A, use the Geyser platform, and B, receive some love from our lovely followers. Yes. So that'd be awesome if you want to support us.
So much help. It will help make the videos that much better and easier to put together, having 2 screens. Yeah.
And Nicki has also been super busy this week with podcasts. We now put this live show on podcast channels, and we're on Fountain FM. Mm-hmm. So there is a link in the description below to our Geyser campaigns and Fountain FM. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it'll be in the show notes. Yeah.
And it's been amazing. We've been really, really impressed. Yeah. So thank you for everybody who's been watching or listening to the podcast. We're really impressed.
Yeah, we had a lot, 200 downloads in the first 4 days, which was awesome. Yeah, no, just really, the first 5 episodes going up. Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so Monday, boom. Oh, is it moving?
Hang on. Boom. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
All right. Okay. So Monday, normal Monday morning for me. I do a yoga at 7:00. James gets up early and has really, really busy meetings on video calls for people all around the world. Yep. We, excuse me, we enjoyed. What have we got? Enjoyed. Oh, and then pretty much Monday's our work. It's definitely an admin work catch up getting ready for this, getting ready for the newsletter, doing a lot of other paid work as well, so which is really cool. And we had, of course, our Monday live, and want to thank John Bryn. Really appreciate you supporting us with the Bitcoin Lightning payments. That was really great.
John sent us, I think it was 33,333 people in the consecutive numbers. It's so awesome. He sent us enough sats for coffee.
Yes.
And John's actually been really keen for us to put the Bitcoin price. And so for anybody who's listening, you won't be able to see this. Down the bottom, we have the Bitcoin price at 23,280. It's not live, unfortunately, but you can also see how much a dollar is. And a dollar is currently around 4,300 sats. And so what's that? He gave us like $8 to go and buy coffees, which was awesome.
Yeah, so we haven't done the coffee thing yet, but we will, and we'll take a photo. So yes. We went for a walk after our live, so we just went for a walk around the community, which was nice to stretch. I don't think James left the house Monday, so it was a necessity. Then we talked to a friend on Keat about Lightning and Nostra. So that was another Australian friend that you did some help with there. And then we worked on the newsletter.
We did the newsletter. We got 2 newsletters working. I just saw a notification come in. We just received 42,000 sats on our, it'll be off this QR code here to our wallet of Satoshi. Thank you. That is awesome. That is amazing. That's like $10. Wow. Thank you. That's super cool.
Yes.
If there's a note, I'm just checking if there's a note on here, and we'll see if we can. We'll shout somebody out. I can't shout out who did it, but thank you. 42,000. 42. It's the meaning of life. Thank you.
Right. Tuesday.
Tuesday. Wow. I'm so excited. Okay, let's go. Work as per usual. And then Nicki spent a lot of time setting up the podcast. Yep. So we've actually got a really old, Microsoft Surface, which can't do the video editing, but it can do the podcast editing. So it's actually been quite a good time for Nicki to do the podcast editing. We had a visit from Beefback Better. He came to talk to us. And what we're talking about is setting up a website where he can receive Bitcoin-only payments for his beef program that he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So he's found a source to farm here in El Salvador, which is great.
Yes. So he's basically creating an online store, Bitcoin only, where you can buy cows, the local cows that are grown locally, killed locally, and delivered locally, which is cool. Yeah. We've got to the gym. I'm missing it today, but it feels really good. And then we popped over to the Babadis and had a swim. It was great to catch up with them because it felt like it had been ages. And Nicki was busy organising our
whale trip. We're going to go on a whale trip. So that's tomorrow. So it's really excited about that one.
Yes, which is awesome. Okie dokie. Wednesday.
Yes. All right. Wednesday. So yoga again for me. I seem to do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, but that's okay. Started to, and again, it took us a while to work out with the podcast. So we didn't actually start sort of downloading any podcasts until Wednesday, but we finally have got it all in order. So I started downloading and getting them edited and putting in sort of like an intro, a middle, and then outro. So we've been working on that.
We had fun recording that. I think I was up late one night because we had to wait for the noise to stop. So
then we both went to the gym, which was really, really good. Yes. And then James sort of started looking into Lightning payments on websites because we have been using Nostra. Not Nostra. But
that's not, I don't know if that's what you were talking about.
For our Lightning payments on our websites, we've been using.
With our WooCommerce WordPress shopping cart, we've been using Neutron Pay.
Neutron Pay, yes.
And they've actually stopped all new signups. Now, this is one of the problems with using a centralized service is they start to control the on and off ramps, which means that I'm now busy working out how to either find another solution, and I also would like to be able to host my own solution. So the reason I want to find a hosted solution is it's out of the box, really easy to roll out, and hosting your own solution is a lot more work. So I'm working on both of those at the moment.
Yeah. So James spent time working on that. We also then went to Altunco and we went to meet up with some Bitcoin friends and new friends who have just arrived in from England. And we had pizzas there, which was really great. And they also accepted Bitcoin Lightning payments as well for that. So that was really nice. And it was just great to have a catch up with some people, new people, but also some friends who, we've got here in El Salvador. So that was Wednesday.
Actually, that friend, his book is on our books page. So if you go to our website, njelsalvador.com/books, you can see the Bitcoin Jesus Connection. And it's a really interesting read, regardless of what your religious affiliations might be. I think it's been really interesting for me to go through that. So check that out. Check that book out. That's not in the description, but our website's in the description. Then you can find a link to the book.
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
It's a big day.
It is. It's a real big day.
More work. Then we started transferring more videos from the live to the podcast. And for anybody who's keen on the podcast, we're actually going to put our long form interviews that we've done on there as well. We caught up with, then we headed, once we got that out of the way, we headed to San Salvador. We had a big day coming up. So we met with Jorge from Chilito Cafe and we bought some coffee with Bitcoin. And he gave us some iced coffee, which was lovely. Yeah. To go. It was a nice coffee to go. So it was awesome. We popped into Walmart. They're still pretty funny about Bitcoin. PriceMart. We paid with Bitcoin Lightning and it was awesome. We made a really cool video, which is on our Twitter and it's on our YouTube Shorts, which was really cool. It had some really good feedback. Also put it on the Nostr platform and people were like, more. Yeah. Nicki probably doesn't know that. I got feedback saying people really liked it.
Oh, good.
But they're all Bitcoin nerds, so that's why they love it. That's good. Then we went to, here in San Salvador, El Salvador, you can find some crazy little nooks that people create. And we went to this Japanese tea house called Arigato. I think it's just Arigato, is it?
Arigato Tea House.
Arigato Tea House.
Yeah.
And you walk into this, it's a cluster of buildings and shops. And they've turned it into like a little garden jungle. And it's really cool.
It is. It was really, really lovely.
So we had green tea, which was really good. Yeah. And it was an experience. It was a worthy experience. She didn't accept Bitcoin, but the tea ceremony experience was really good.
It was really lovely. And we do have some photos in there somewhere coming up with those. Yeah.
For those who are listening, you don't get to see the photos, but there will be a link that you can go and check them out on our YouTube. Then the reason we went up is because we went to my first Bitcoin meetup for the week. And man, that was pretty good.
It was great.
It's been a while. But we really enjoyed it. Different group of people, which is awesome. And just, it was a good vibe.
It was a great vibe. They had it this time at La Casa del Bitcoin, which was really great setup. Outside they had the garage barbecue. Yep. Yeah.
We've never been to Garage Burgers before, but they've got a mobile setup and they were in the courtyard and cooking burgers and we paid with Bitcoin. So that was really cool.
Yep.
Good burger. And what was I going to say about that? There was something I was going to say. I can't remember, but that's okay.
What's going on with my first Bitcoin this year?
My first Bitcoin? Okay. So there was one really awesome piece of news. Hang on, was that public knowledge?
I'm not sure.
They're doing lots of training this year. And it's a very effective training. I'm not sure if I can share that information. I'm not sure because we were told they were going to announce it and then they didn't announce it.
Yeah. So we will let you know next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we actually won a spot prize of Chilito Cafe.
Yeah. Which is great. And you'll see a photo of that because we had it the next morning for breakfast.
I was busy trying to make a Twitter post about the event, and then Nicki was actually listening to the spot prizes and she knew some random answer. It was pretty funny. It was
about how many people had been educated or had the diploma in the area, and I can't remember the area now, but it was 3,400 and something.
Very good. Yeah. So that was awesome. And then we got home really late, but it was worth it.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friday.
I have
Oh,
forgotten.
wow.
Okay, so for those who are listening, I've actually got a button that I press to tell us which day we're on. I forgot, but we're on Friday now. Let's go.
Got to keep it in your head.
I do.
Friday. Okay, so again, yoga for me, which was awesome. We had a really nice breakfast with just our fresh fruit that we do every morning, and some teriyaki cafe, which there'll be a photo of that. Transferred some more videos across to the podcast, which was cool. Then we headed out, and later in the afternoon, we headed to friends in Sharples, which is great. So it's about a 30.
It's just past Tunnel 1. It's a very nice area, great beach.
And we went and hung out with them, and James did some node stuff.
Yeah. So umbrel recovery.
Yeah.
So I learnt stuff. There's a person called Darth Coin who does some really great write-ups on umbrel and lightning nodes, and I'm using a lot of their content at the moment. But in the past, but I used their content to actually recover our friend's node. He'd accidentally all sorts of weird things happen on nodes. I don't want to say too much, but we were able to easily recover it within just hanging around for an hour. We were talking and had dinner, and we got it going again. It was good.
Yeah. So we had a beautiful dinner at their place, and it's just really amazing. One of the things that's is quite incredible here in El Salvador is because the weather is so tempered. Not, we don't have the cold weather. You can sit outside in these beautiful balmy evenings and nice soft lights, and you can have a really lovely dinner, and it's just peaceful. I really enjoy it. Yeah,
very cool.
With that side of things.
And it's all year round.
Yeah,
we had a cold experience on Saturday night, I think.
We did. Yeah,
it was because we were higher. So we were at the beach on Friday night. It was nice and warm all the way until we got home. Am I doing Saturday?
You are certainly doing Saturday.
I pushed the button so those who are listening can see it. Saturday, I had a sleep in. I must have been super tired because I don't normally sleep in that much. Then we had our awesome breakfast, which is so much fresh fruit here. It's awesome. And we headed to San Salvador again. This time we went to Vidri to pick up another container for our worm farm. We have an awesome. They're actually just here. Our worm farm has expanded, and it's cool. It's for composting.
Yeah.
And then we had lunch at a traditional typical restaurante, and we had pollo sopa y pollo blancha. So basically we had chicken soup and a grilled chicken and rice meal, and they were really cool. There's photos on our Twitter, which were awesome.
And there's photos there. The other thing with that chicken, the chicken supa or the pollo supa, is it looked like there was like little hearts or kidneys or something.
Yeah, they had a chicken heart.
Was quite a bit. Quite different.
Yeah, different for us. Not big organ people. And then we met up with a large group of Bitcoiners, and we had an amazing adventure learning how to shoot a variety of weapons. Now, I haven't shot in New Zealand, and growing up on a farm, you shoot the odd rifle, and we've both done that, but never really had the experience we had on Saturday. We were quite lucky, and this is something that we've heard other Bitcoiners have done here, and it's I don't know if it's like publicly accessible. I think they're still quite private, organized groups at the moment, but I think that people are looking at making it a regular thing.
See the photo there.
Oh, there's a photo. Yes, that's me with a 22 sniper setup, which was really cool. So if you are interested in going to a rifle range while you're here, the gun laws are different to New Zealand, for example, and we could shoot things that we wouldn't be allowed to shoot in New Zealand. So that was awesome, or fire, I should say. So that was really cool. That was most of our afternoon. We had a really fun time. Thank you to the guys who organized it. Thank you to those who came along.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Then, so while we were on that trip, we actually experienced something pretty special. We got to meet, and I think, is the photo in here as well?
Yeah, there is 2 photos here.
We met 3, there he is there. We met 3 turtles that were probably tortoises that are probably like 300 plus kgs each, and they're like 130 years old. They were big. They were like baby elephants that crawled around. It was crazy. That was a really amazing experience. And then we actually went to dinner with a few of the guys as well. So we went to Cardejo Brewing Company, but this one had an amazing view.
Yeah. So it was on top of the hill, and you could overlook San Salvador, and it was just stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah. So
and I think we've got a photo of the night sky.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
No, that was
actually,
from
that was from the rifle range.
Yeah, from the rifle
Yeah.
range, looking out over San
So
Salvador.
no, we don't have a photo.
But yeah, we had dinner overlooking the city. It was amazing. Again, it was warm. It was a little bit cooler. We did put on a long sleeved shirt each, but.
And I think one of the things there too is the fact that I suppose because we're that much higher in altitude to the beach, so that's definitely the temperature. But you sort of drive into the car park and you see all these cars and you're going, oh my God, how can people fit into this place? It was just, Then you go through it and it's actually all outside. So they've all got these little terraces, pontoon type things overlooking, the city. It's stunning.
It was really cool. This is, this Cardejo, which is the name of the restaurant, the scenery, if you go at night, it's worth it. I can see why people go. And we paid with Bitcoin. So they have EBOOK Mercado as their point of sale system. And one person paid the bill, and then we all paid them. So they couldn't split the bill at the till, but we just paid each other with Lightning addresses, which was awesome. Real easy.
Cool. Sunday came along, so we by the stage have had, I don't know how many nights out, and we were absolutely naked. So we had a really quiet Sunday here, just chilling. It was great. We went and hung out at the beach. We went swimming. We've actually got some new neighbours too, and we sort of met their dog and not really met them at all. And it was really lovely. They came over and they actually wanted us to try their I think this is their ginger beer.
So this is naturally fermented ginger beer.
Yeah,
which is
really good. So they gave us a couple of different bottles to try, and they wanted to get our opinion on it. And they sell this at two places. One in El Tunco at Bauhaus. Is it Bauhaus? And Bauhaus. And the other one is in El Zonte at I can't think of the name of the place, but another cafe there, which is really good. So really tasty. And then we found out
Point Break, I think.
No, it wasn't Point Break.
Break
it was
Point.
Wash something.
Wash Point. Wash Break.
Yeah, Wash Break. Something
like
that. And anyway, it was really cool because we started chatting, and they sell worms for worm farms. Yeah. And it was really cool. So we go, oh my gosh. And so they came and checked out our worm farm, and they said they were impressed with our worm farms. So that was really good. And they also are into composting, and they sell compost. They make portable compost for people. Really trying to educate Salvadorians and people coming here about the importance of composting their food waste. So that's really exciting. So it's really neat to connect with people who are sort of very similar and like-minded in regards to that. We showed them all our plants, because at the moment we've got a whole lot of down here. We've got a whole lot of small papayas that I've been growing from seed. We've got lots of pineapples. I've actually got a star fruit, which we got actually yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. We got on Friday night from the people we were staying with, and I'm going to try and get some seeds out of that and try and grow some star fruit as well, which will be really neat.
Yeah. If you live out, we're not city people so much. We enjoy having a little bit of land that we can work with, and you generate so much food waste because you eat so much fresh fruit and veg. Well, we do. We eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetable, and we were just kicking ourselves throwing it away, and we really wanted to recycle it. So that's why the worm farms are for. And talking to these guys, it was crazy because we drove an hour and a half, I think, to pick worms up one way, an hour and a half to get worms. And it turns out, I don't know if these guys have moved in before we did the road trip.
Yeah, I know. I think no, I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah. And now we've got a worm farmer next door, so that's awesome.
That's really cool.
It's really cool.
And on that note, we are now in the what would be the word? We are now in the position where we are looking at buying some property. So anybody in there who's Salvadorian or have got land here for sale in El Salvador, please let us know, because we're really, really interested in finding something that we can create our own little place on and become self-sufficient as possible. Then we actually watched Puss in Boots on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
We tried to find the Spanish version.
Yes.
We couldn't, so we did find the English one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It was a fun movie.
It was.
Yeah, it was quite fitting. Oh, on that reminded me. So while we were watching that movie, our friends that we met last week, Liam and Mel, they also, their book is in our book recommended reading section now. Should You Buy Bitcoin is the book. Take a look at that. But Liam has been on a number of podcasts, and he talks about people and how to use your brain and how to use creativity to do what you love. And we listened to his podcast on the way up to San Salvador on Thursday, and it was a worthy listen.
It was really, really good.
In
fact, it was Friday we listened.
Oh, was it Friday?
Oh no, Saturday, the second time.
Saturday. It was on Saturday.
And I suppose with the Puss in Boots book, it really related.
It did.
It was amazing that after listening to his podcast, and then I've actually listened to another free podcast that he's downloaded, and I've downloaded that as well. And very much about living in the now, and actually being present and being happy now. And if rather than going, I'll only be happy if I receive this, or I'll be happy when I do this. And it's actually really cool just to listen about actually learning to be happy now.
Yeah.
Create your life, do things that you love, and that will get your creative things flowing.
Yes.
Creative side flowing.
I'm trying to think the best way to share those links. I'll put them in the description after the show because I didn't even think about sharing them until now.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Really, really good. So that was our week. That was it. Thank
you very much for listening. And now we're going to go into questions and answers that people have asked us in the chat. So if anybody wants to ask us anything, now's the time. So we're just going to switch over to
right. We've got a few here. Right. Okay. Science Now. Hi from Idaho, USA. Hello. And Jose, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien, mi amor. We've been practicing a little bit of Spanish, which is good.
I share in Facebook your YouTube live.
Oh,
Saludos. From Jorge, California. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Yes, muchas gracias. Yes. We don't use Facebook so much ourselves, so that's awesome that you've shared it in here. Thank you.
Yes.
And maybe we should as well.
Yeah.
I don't have the live open.
Oh, don't you? Okay, so Jose has gone, have you invested in, you've got Bitcoin?
Yeah, not sure if that's a typo.
Yeah. If it's in Bitcoin, then yes, we have.
Yeah, if you mean Bitcoin, yeah. Of course, there is, we believe it's a high quality money in terms of being a sound money or a hard money, and we invest in it in terms of a bigger picture, or the recommended reading on how to get a view of our bigger picture is to check out our website and read the books.
Yes.
But yes, the Bitcoin in terms of saving and Bitcoin in terms of a currency, which is why we love using the Lightning Network. We believe that will help adoption and the value and humanity at large.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Donato, hello guys, so late for me. Sorry about that. Hopefully you will get to watch the replay.
Yes. Yep. That'll be.
Thanks, Donato.
Yes, thank you, Donaldo. Thank you for turning up and saying hello. And I guess that's it for our questions. Yeah. So where are we? I mean, we're already at 30 minutes, so that's going quite long for us. We'll go to outro. Love that button. So cool.
Outro. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for coming and listening. Please subscribe to our newsletter if you haven't, because we do share 3 different things that we think were quite interesting for the week in there. And I've got a new newsletter, which is a long form that I write on my own, just my thoughts and ramblings on the Lightning Network and life here in El Salvador.
And I didn't mention that went live on Thursday. So if you do subscribe to the newsletter, you will get that one on a Thursday.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Thank you. And if anybody's got questions about moving to El Salvador, we do have an ebook on our website, and it has most of the information that we know to make life easy. I mean, we share most of that information for free on our channels, such as YouTube and Twitter. We share what we can when we can. We've got links to people, phone numbers for staff, map links for how to get places, and just making your life easy before you come, while you're coming, and then settling in. Absolutely. So check that out. It's there's actually a discount code in the description if you're paying attention and you read and you go and look whenever I say to look. Yeah. Otherwise,
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Lightning tip. Do I have anything in particular? Oh, Blue Wallet.
Yes.
If you use Blue Wallet for Lightning, stop using it because they're going to sunset it, which means they're going to close it, I believe, the beginning of April. So if you're using Blue Wallet for Lightning, which we do, we've really enjoyed it, they're going to close it. So you need to change to a different wallet. If you need a recommendation, if you can get on Bitcoin Beach, there's a cat behind us. If you can get on Bitcoin Beach, that's a great one. If you can't, Wallet of Satoshi's okay. If you want something that's really secure, check out Phoenix Wallet, Breeze Wallet, and Moon Wallet. Those three are all self-custody.
Yeah. And we look forward to sharing next week what we get up to tomorrow.
Yeah, whale watching. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, really good.
Awesome.
All right, have an awesome week, and we will talk soon.
Have an awesome week. Share Lightning. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye.